Global Leaders with Rajiv Mothie.
We're live right here back at the Radisson Blu. I'm with Professor Gostina. Now let me tell you, everybody who's watching this interview live right now, I had the pleasure of seeing her in action at her mega graduation event. She was absolutely the queen. Let me tell you, you need to listen to this interview. You need to take down notes because I've got the lady in-house right now. Gostina, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
Such an honor to have you on the Global Leader Show. Congratulations on being part of the top 100 influential women for 2025. How about you share a little bit more about who is Professor Gostina?
An interesting question. I think we don't normally do a stock take of who we are. And this is one of the platforms that actually takes you to yourself. Thank you. My name is Gostina Gabbey Malope. And I'm born and bred in Bushbuckridge, a very rural community. And I was actually made by KZN. Academically, my academic path started here when I came down as a young girl to do a learnership in agriculture. And from there, everything has been agriculture, me, agriculture that. But my base has always been in KZN. Had to be back again in Gauteng and in Mpumalanga, but it just did not make sense because I am in communities that are not having a landscape for me to farm, and they had so much concrete jungles, which I started feeling claustrophobic, and I made a choice in 2021 to permanently move down to Durban and leave everything that I know I'm born from to come and nurture dreams, calling, because what I do now, it's not a job, it's a calling. So I founded Total Agriculture College in 2015, and about 2021-22, it gave birth to Total Agriculture Primary School and Total Agriculture High School. And 2023, it gave birth to Total Agriculture University, which is where now I'm currently a dean and a vice chancellor, because I stepped down on the 6th of June as the principal of Total Agriculture College. I appointed a very active young man to take over, which is legacy based, because I am actually his aunt, and I took almost 5 years to groom him into this particular position. So I'm mostly also involved into traditional leadership space because I come from the family, and part of it is to make sure that traditional leaders get equipped to understand the natural resources within their reach and within their communities. So I started that from leading an organization which belongs to my father, Honorable Khoshi Matupa Mukwena, who's the president of Contralesa. And so I wanted to make sure that kings, chiefs, and indunas, they survive from the natural resources, but also they are not scaling down the natural resources that they're currently having, because whatever we do in this life, we go back, we need to eat, and who must produce the food if it's not us? So in a nutshell, I am an agriculture girl. Well, you can call me an agriculture babe. But apart from that, I'm a businesswoman, a catalyst, because I don't only focus on agriculture. I go through the whole value chain. I'm into textile, I'm into production, and of course, and as an academist, I write learning developments, and then I participate in quite a lot of initiatives, and of course I serve in other universities outside of this country. Like this morning, I just came back from Kenya. I had visited one of the universities that I work with in Kenya. So this is me.
So she wears many different hats. Now, I'll tell you what's so exciting for me is because, you know, you coming from the agriculture space, I think it's such an important industry that's often overlooked. You know, it's when you mention food, I think that should ring a bell to many people, because when I went for that event and I saw the youth that you are empowering, I realized to myself, here's a lady who is not just making a difference in South Africa, she's making a change. She's giving South Africans hope. So kudos to you for that. I love that. Now, I would love to know, Professor, what are the secrets to your success? Because, I mean, born in a humble environment and now being a community leader on a global front, how do you do it?
I always use the term, I have a toolbox with every tool for every challenge I come across. that has actually carried me through. And I'm going to take you through.
That's a big toolbox.
That's a definite toolbox, because these toolbox are actually generated during the time of that particular crisis. I'll take you through a life journey, because this is where you get to actually find yourself and discover yourself. So 2006, I had a car accident with my brother. He passed away. I survived. And scaling down, 2018, I got diagnosed with cervical cancer. And as a young woman who's not having kids, having to walk through that journey, it numbs you completely. But let me tell you, during that time, my survival was with agriculture, because the only thing I could do that did not require any mental focus, because during chemo, your life takes a turn, you know, the trauma of waking up without your hair, you're bald, and yeah. But the journey to recovery was actually me focusing more on agriculture, me doing agriculture on a daily basis and continuing to impact lives, continuing to make change happen within the young people of South Africa. So the secret is to actually not treat what you do as a job. Treat it as a calling, because when it's a calling, it cannot be very easy. If something is easy, it's definitely not your space, because it will come and then the face will go and then you'll start getting bored and move elsewhere. But when it's a calling, you are affected that even a small glitch of it. So like I said, that this is a calling. So when something is your calling, you would feel it, and you'll also understand that it cannot just come easy. And you always make sure that you look towards making it grow, making it survive, and also sustain it. Because part of our dreams is to dream bigger, that the next generation can walk into our path. I am a woman who believes into legacy. I cannot build or start something or even invest myself into something that my kids cannot partake in. And I'm a mommy now. And being a mommy to twins, a girl and a boy, it means I bought one and I got one for free. Everything I do needs to be double, so that it balances the equation. I remember one day I was sitting and telling one of my cousins, and I said, I don't think I want my son to marry one wife, because I'll feel like the legacy is going to collapse because I just have one boy. And sitting there, I realized I'm starting to discover myself also being a parent, because until you're a parent, you can never discover how you are made to be and execute yourself in this world particularly. So definitely I live into a quote that we don't follow trends, we set trends. I have a toolbox with every tool for every challenge that I come across.
Oh, I love that. I love that. What an inspirational individual, a lady that's always thinking out of the box. Final words, Gostina. What are you currently working on, and how can people get involved in your projects? And also a shout out to your friends, family, and fans out there.
Definitely. So currently I'm doing 1 million things, and I don't know how I thrive in that. I'm into heavy projects. I'm also into mining. I mine sand mining, cement mining, and coal mining in Mpumalanga, and also into production of food that leaves the shores of South Africa to meet other countries, and of course entail on sustainability. So at the moment I'm working on a program where I'm taking South African young women and men to the States, to other countries, to go and study, bringing into scholarships for them where they can advance their careers. Because I believe that if I needed that opportunity and support, there is more me, young women, young men, me, that need the same opportunity, because I got an opportunity to go and study abroad. So I'm currently on a call to raise funds and take young people of South Africa to go and learn other ways and global ways and local ways to become business people, because we do no longer want employable graduates. We want self-employable graduates.
So, you know what's so interesting about everybody watching this right now, and it just rang a bell. She mentioned something in her speech at an event. She says that if you are a young man or a young woman out there, you need to look for a partner with the NQ to F level. and she had the entire crowd going crazy. And I think that that's so interesting when she mentioned that, because right now, here's an opportunity where she's now taking South Africans to the international market. If people want to donate, how can they contact you to donate and be part of this project?
Definitely. So I started a foundation, the Gabbey Malope Foundation, and I also have a second foundation Mothie Foundation, which is a foundation of my father. So I combined this foundation to actually serve the same purpose, but double the portion, so that if this one cannot get into this one, they can get on the other one. So I'm making sure there's two vehicle. When the other train goes, the other one comes back, and those that got left will catch this one. Those that are coming back will get off from this one.
Yes.
So it makes it easy. And also because South Africa is big, and now it plays on a SADC space, because currently I've got 20 cohorts that are leaving for Portugal to study at Porto Business School, where I'm a South African brand ambassador to, you know, facilitate the learning platform of an MBA that is curated to build you and shape you in the business perspective. So definitely they can follow me on my links, public platforms, because I'm very much open. Somebody was saying to me, why are you so free to give your cell number? And I said, why do I acquire it if it cannot be used by people who need help from me? So my part is, if a day I can impact one person, that is enough.
That's my motto. If you can impact one motto, that is enough. You know, I swear when I listen to you, I just think to myself, wow, what a leader. What an exceptional individual. And, you know, despite the challenges you've been through, you just keep rising, you keep persevering, and you keep going. And I just want to say, from our entire team at Big M Production, we salute you. And we know that you are doing great things, and we know that we want to promote those great things. So if there's youth out there, you said check out your social media, you want to spell that for them in case they...
Yeah, so we've got a page called Gabbey Malope Africa, which is basically where you can find all the other opportunities that I load there, or you can go to Mothie Foundation, you'll find me there as well. Or you can even visit the college page, the Total Agriculture College, the Total Agriculture University. You know, all the pages have got everything that because I just spread them across so that whatever target is coming can find them easy at reach.
Make sure you go check that out. Total College is doing such incredible work. I've checked it out for myself. You've also heard from the principal, our influential man. The lovely professor, any final words before we love you and leave you?
Start where you are. Make sure that it works where you are before you want to take it out.
I couldn't have put it better myself. From myself, Rajiv Mothie, I've just got one thing left to say. You guys have just been motivated.
Global Leaders with Rajiv Mothie.